So guys, you've just started giving massages and it's not going as smooth and as easy as you thought it would. So here's a few things to avoid when giving a massage. What's up guys, it's Nathan here from Cryotherapy UK Sheffield, and in today's video I'm going to give you 8 mistakes to avoid when giving a massage. So the reason for this video, due to the popularity of our last massage video, I thought I'd give you a little update to help you improve on the techniques learned in the last video and to make massaging easier for you. So let's get into it. So number one, the first thing you want to avoid, and the first mistake you want to avoid, is getting the bed height right or getting the bed height wrong. Getting your bed height right will set the tone for the rest of the massage, so you want to get it right from the get-go. If your massage bed is too high, then it's likely that you're gonna not be able to get enough pressure, and you're gonna be putting a lot of strain on your elbows and your shoulders. If the bed's too low, it's going to require you to bend over a lot and bend forward, and therefore you're going to be putting a lot of strain on your lower back. In order to get the ideal height, you need to stand next to your bed with a clenched fist, and if your fist touches the bed, then this is the ideal height for you. However, do consider the size of the person that you're massaging. If they have a slightly larger frame, you may want to lower your bed a little bit lower than the ideal height, just to give yourself a little extra room. Opposite to that, if the person has a smaller frame, you might want to have it a little bit higher. So if you're lucky like me and you have an electric bed, changing the bed height midway through the session is no problem. However, if you have a manual bed, the last thing you want to be doing is asking your client or your partner to get up off the bed so you can change the height. So make sure you get this right from the start. Believe me, I've been there and I had my bed lower than I should have, and then I ended up paying the price and had to do my session bent over for the majority of the time. So 45 minutes of that on your lower back is not good. Also, if you're not a qualified therapist, it's highly likely that you won't have a proper massage bed or table, and you will be doing this from home. But it's still good to be aware of the height of what your bed is at to make sure that you're in a good position when you're massaging, which brings me on to point number 2. So point number 2 is our posture. So the reason why it's so important to get your bed height right from the start is that it massively affects your posture. However, even with the ideal bed height, we can still massage with the incorrect posture. So we want to avoid bending over at all costs, because that will put a lot of strain into our lower backs. So the ideal posture for massage is you want to be upright. You want to put one leg in front of the other, and then that will allow you to lunge in when applying pressure. If your feet aren't right at the beginning, it's okay to just adjust it every so often, just to make sure you're in the right position and not putting no strain on your lower backs. Because if you are putting strain on your lower back, that's going to cause a lot of damage in the long run. So make sure you are checking your posture as you are doing your massages. Additionally, this will help you to not fatigue quicker while doing the massage. Okay, so our next point, and point number 3, is the massage oils. So we want to get the right amount of oil on our hands. The whole point of using oils is to cause less friction when we're rubbing up and down our client. We want our hands to glide easily and freely in a smooth motion as we're doing the massage. If you don't have enough oil on your hands, then what's going to happen is it's going to cause your hands to rub and cause a lot of friction, and that will be very, very uncomfortable for your client. Now, if your client or partner has a lot of body hair, then this is going to be painful, as you're going to rip a lot of those hairs out. So make sure you have the correct amount of oil on your hands. Conversely, we don't want to have too much on either, because once you get too much on your hands, then it just becomes a mess. If you've got too much oil on the skin surface then starts to become slippery and then your hands will just glide off the client, okay? And it's very difficult when you're trying to do certain techniques if the surface area is too slippery. Also, if you have too much oil, it just becomes messy and it doesn't feel good for the client and it doesn't feel good for the therapist either. So the last thing you want to do is have to wipe oils off through the session. It's better to start off with a little and then add a bit more as you go along. Right? Don't worry if you don't get it right the first time, just keep adding and keep adding until it's perfect and it feels right. You will know the right amount when you've got it on. So number 4 is missing the areas of pain. So the whole point of giving a massage is to help reduce tension and pain in the body. So we don't want to miss those areas of pain and tension. For example, if your partner or your client has pain and tension in the neck, it's not going to be very effective, or it's not going to do much if you start to massage the quadriceps. So we want to work in the areas that need working on. So the best way to do this and the best way to identify those pain areas is to firmly palpate around and touch the body, okay? So if your partner or your client says that they have pain or tension in those areas, that is a good indication of where to start. Remember, it doesn't have to be pain, just slight discomfort, tenderness, anything like that. That's a positive sign to show that those areas need work. So the next point is not communicating to your partner or your client. So another great and effective way of trying to find pain is just by simply asking your partner. If you ask them where hurts and they tell you, that is usually a good indication of where to start. You want to be asking, you know, what hurts, where does it hurt, and always talk to them through the session. Okay, so talk to them through the session. Is this area hurting? How is this pressure? How does this feel? Okay, that will help you to give the best massage that you can. So don't be afraid of speaking up and asking your client questions. Is this the right pressure? Is this where it hurts? So stay talking to your client throughout the session. Additionally, guys, everybody is different, and a pressure that might be all right for somebody may be too hard or too firm or not hard enough for somebody else. So you always want to be asking and checking in to see if the pressure is okay to give an effective massage. So guys, another mistake not to make is to just focus on the area of pain. So conversely, just focusing on the area of pain is another problem and another mistake that we can make when giving a massage. So an area of pain may not be because that area is the problem, and may be directly a result of muscular tightness and imbalances in other areas. Therefore, releasing off these tight areas will help to reduce the pain. For example, neck and shoulder pain may be directly related to having tight anterior, so shoulders anterior meaning at the front, shoulders at the front, so your anterior shoulders or your pectoral muscles. So releasing these off can help to reduce and release the pain in the neck muscles. Also, if you stay on an area for too long, that can then cause a lot of pain and tension in that area and cause the muscle to tense up, and then you'll cause it more damage. Additionally, if an area has just been injured, it may still be a little sore and a bit fresh to work on. So working on the surrounding muscles around the areas or the connective muscles will help to reduce the pain and tension in that area. So the next point in our list is not using our body weight effectively. So a lot of beginners tend to use their hands and their fingers to apply force and pressure while massaging. And this is a surefire way to tire yourself out very quickly and cause yourself a lot of pain. Trust me, I've been there. So rather than using your hands, fingers and shoulders to apply pressure, simply lean forward and use your body weight as an effective way to apply more pressure. Now this will feel like you're not applying much pressure, however, I can guarantee you it will feel a lot firmer to your client and your partner. However, be careful not to lean too much, because just because it doesn't feel hard and firm to you doesn't mean that it doesn't feel hard and firm to your client. And believe me, it is a fine line between firm and discomfort. Another way in which you can apply pressure more firmly is by reinforcing your hands or reinforcing your fingers. So using both sides of your body to apply force. So doing these techniques will take a lot of strain off your body and will not tire you out as quickly. So the eighth and final point on our list is not using other parts of our body effectively. Okay, so when I first started out, I used to refuse to use any other body parts to perform a massage. I used to always use my hands as I felt like I was much more comfortable and much more effective using my hands and my knuckles. However, I quickly developed problems in my shoulders and in my wrists. So other parts of your body that you can use are the edge of your forearm, so the ulnar border, or our elbows, okay? So guys, use these areas effectively when necessary to take strain and pressure away from our hands and fingers. If you're a therapist or if you're massaging a lot, every single job comes with its overuse injuries. And if you're performing a lot of hands-on treatment because you're a therapist or you're doing massages, these are the areas which we need to protect and keep safe the most. It's all about prolonging our careers and not shortening them. So guys, that's it. There's 8 mistakes to avoid when performing a massage. So if you're having any other issues or you have any questions or if I've missed something out, let us know in the comments. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And as always, make sure you're following us on all other social media platforms. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
You never know what's around the next corner.